What's going on, guys? Welcome back for the final time this evening. It's been a long one. I'm sure you guys have been here. Well, for some of you that have been here, sorry, for as long as we have. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as we have. It's been a really good selection of games. We've had some really had some fun Battlefield this evening. I should introduce myself. I'm of course Alex Machine Richardson, and to my right this evening is Lauren Pansy Scott. It's getting late, Lauren, but we've got a fantastic game ahead of us, so we should probably turn our attention to that. It's going to be InFamous, who got through a little easier than their opponents. Ex-eLevate, now called Recruitment. Don't want to get that wrong. So they're going up against them, and it's going to be a fantastic game. I think it's going to be a best-of-5 format, so that's the first time we've seen it. Obviously, this is going to be determined which team advances into the offline stages, which I know they are both very hungry to do. InFamous really want it. I saw Benny very much saying that this is kind of a real... it's going to be both a target, but also it's going to be a bit of, not a dream, but a really, really huge part for the entire team, as they've been trying to make a name for themselves, and they certainly are now.
Yeah, they definitely are. And bearing in mind as well, guys, they will be coming into the final with a 1-map advantage. So in theory, they only have to win 2. And speaking of 2, the first 2 maps will be Infinity Garden to start with, and then Locker. So it could be over in a mere case of 2 maps. However, if not, we've got Propaganda and Dawnbreaker to decide things on. So things could indeed carry on quite late if it does go that far. Thank you ever so much once again, as Alex said, for sticking with us, and it's always appreciated. So do make sure you give a little bit of a follow to the Twitch channel just down below as well, to make sure whenever we go live for those finals, you don't miss any of the action. So I believe the teams are now almost ready. We've got 20 seconds on that countdown timer. Your final prediction?
5 maps. Think that perhaps InFamous have had a lot of time to relax. I think I know I can play 8. No, wait, it'd be 6 plus 5. So we're talking 11 games of Battlefield. That's 11 games of Battlefield in an evening. I think that's going to be that's going to take its toll on ex-eLevate, now known as Recruitment, obviously looking for a team. And I think, InFamous have got this.
Well, let's find out. We are live into the final game. First map coming up, as we promised, Infinity Garden. It's something that's really become part of this final quite late to this, but still, a lot of teams enjoying it, and on the US side, it will be Recruit, and on the Chinese side, it will be InFamous, and straight away, we're seeing InFamous picking up a good selection of kills, but not converting that into sites. However, Rella will be looking towards C, and they have eventually picked up on A, but not without a little bit of a scuffle, let's say, with the opposing side.
Yeah, there has been a bit of an altercation right now. The C flag is going over. Eventually, courtesy of Rella, getting himself over towards that C flag. You can see teammates going to be spawning in on top of him. It's going to be Kremer ready to receive the interesting positioning from Zam. We've seen a couple of players make this work. It really can be a tough one, though, considering just how many positions the defensive player can sit on the C flag. It's pretty open for interpretation. Right now, though, Kremer has made his move from C all the way over to B. It looks like they're going to actually successfully capture out that C flag. Look at these respawns. What on earth? That's the first time we've seen these random respawns. Lagza and Zam are going to be gifted those ones, and that gives them the potential to move from both C and B.
Yeah, luckily, Zam staying alive there in that situation. He was allowed to get Lagza to respawn on him, which gave him those brilliant spots, as you mentioned. So A is still in the hands of Recruit, being locked down right now by the beautiful Kryzer. So he's going to be kind of soloing that one out, leaving the rest to kind of brawl it all over this B flag. And as we've seen, it has gone Recruit's way. 4 players on this one. Let's see what InFamous have in store. Utilizing the northeast side of the map, working their way down towards the south. This could pay out quite nicely if they get the execution, and just catching Zam out completely in the open. Kremer making it hurt, making it a double as well. He is single-handedly winning this one out, gets himself in the skip, tucks down and says, all right, guys, come at me. And there we have it. So that will be your 2-to-1 now in favor to InFamous. But for how long? There's already a flank on the south side that Zuzu's going to have to deal with pretty damn swiftly. He's not going to be able to manage it. He does go down, and now Tony has to be one to stop the rot. B is being captured. He is surrounded. He did brilliant to start off with, but then started to let it slip a little, and he will be taken down, and that's going to force InFamous to now make their move once again. Yeah,
back to the drawing board for the Malcolm, trying to land the tag, but he doesn't have to worry too much, as his teammates are getting the spots. It's such a vital element of this game. Now, back in the dark. No one's getting the spot this time. You can't see any enemy positions. Zam in the same kind of situation, but they don't have to move too far. They don't have to stray from home. They do have the A and B sites flying the US flag. And highlighting Tofi here, you can see just 1 death, 4 kills. And we do highlight the kills quite a lot, but it's also sometimes worth highlighting the deaths. Obviously, every death without a revive is another ticket. So if you start throwing your body at sites, you know, you may capture it over, but if it costs you 6 or so tickets, it may not be particularly worth it, especially when it's 4 or 5 of you doing exactly the same thing. Regardless, Benny has made a move towards this B site, not looking like it's going to be a hard-fought one, as you see in the overview, Kremer is making his move to wait for a trade.
He certainly is. The incendiary kind of grenades come in, flares, whatever you want to call them. But this is the important part. Tofi and Lags are staying alive in this sort of position, able now to re-challenge on towards the A flag. The trip cap should be thwarted very swiftly. But let's see how that goes down. Kremer did find Lags. Oh no, he got around behind them. Kreiser comes in towards Zuzu, picks up a double, stops Kremer in his tracks, and that will be Recruit picking up the A flag. Important pickup as well, as that should have been InFamous, as that surely will cause a little bit of frustration in their camp. And now Rela has to go pretty big. He does have the AK, so he'll want to keep this close range, but maybe not that close, as from the backside, the boys from Recruit will come in. And the respawn's not looking any better. 3 kills, make it 4. That's a near-on squad wipe and a gift of a trip cap.
It's a very generous gift. Trip cap at this stage in the game is going to be maybe tipping the scales in their favor. Seem pretty inseparable so far. Benny looking for a safe location to cap. You can tell he's pretty unsure with this map. He was trying to find a location to safely cap, but it's evident that they do not have the knowledge that they have on the other maps. And I mean, no surprises. This is a new one. And we get to witness the discovery as it happens. Rocket just narrowly missing out on Tofi. Does go down to bullets nonetheless, though. The CZ has that range in its arsenal, even though it may take a little longer than normal. Still, A and B under control. C flag, the only one flying for the Chinese side. And InFamous know it. They know they need to make a move. You can see sitting himself up in the skip. It's one of those few kind of bulletproof locations. Gets that real cover. Very difficult to destroy. And actually, it's worth highlighting that the skip does give you great eye line towards the A house as well.
It definitely does. Kremer making full usage of that. He went 1v2 last time. This time doesn't have to do it. He got that one on the cheap. Now Tony made the correct decision to split towards A little earlier, so that should even those tickets back up towards maybe pretty much a one-to-one sort of aspect. Tony will back away from A, doesn't want to hold on the site as they don't have the position within the vertical building just to the south of it, and try and play the retake game. Wait for the other side to push back in to capture it and play from then. He does, however, have to be careful. Only with the AK in hand, it's not exactly a gun you can utilize towards these buildings. So now you get a little bit of a tag, but look at that spawn for Zam. Right around the back of him, comes in and claims it. So that should be back in the hands of Recruit. Kreiser claims that, and the only real threat will be Zuzu around the backside, and C may be questioned very quickly here, as Benny will have to find the frag here towards Zam. Let's see if he can do it.
Yeah, InFamous do seem to be starting to emerge a little bit from the pack. I think they were taking their time to find perhaps the pace that works for them. They have found it, though. It's a lot slower than we've seen in the past. Zuzu, a player we rarely see standing still, is actually being pretty chill on this site. Does actually catch the spot, not going to get the frag. They're not even going to release a bullet. Doesn't need to. His team is going to do all the work for him. No, look at that. Very passive play. Zuzu doesn't want to reveal his location. He's quite happy just being this defensive presence. Not going to last that much longer, though, as he does go down to Tofi's 93R. Not something you so often see, obviously using that pistol of his. Rocket 7 kills as well. Reflex sight, no surprises there. The A site is going to be going over just about. Tony can't risk it. He needs to keep control of it. Does go down, and the A site is going to start once again going towards recruitment.
Yeah, it certainly will be. Lagza is on the front there, going to be prone down, trying to claim that one. Nice position from Malcolm, a little further forward, trying to watch the cross. Make sure they can't just zip across from C, maybe B, get those spots out, as we said. A vital part of Battlefield, as Benny will utilize that Magnum and open up the path towards B. Fire does come in on the cross from Malcolm, as highlighted. He will eventually be pressured, but a clean exchange will leave this one in the hands, at least for now, of recruitment towards B. But as I said, the defilades and effilades on that site and on that flag make it very difficult to push towards.
Yep, Kremer pushing towards that site. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep hold of it. The A site is one of those ones which is going to be really tough to push on your own. It's more of a group push scenario. Made it work for a short period of time there, but straight away he goes down. And once again, as you can see, it's going to be going back over to Malcolm and his merry men. B and C, oh sorry, B and A still going to start flying the US flag. They need to close this gap, and it is closing pretty quickly, closing up the tickets to be level. And we know if this was my revenge, this is where the comeback would happen. Can we see the same from InFamous? Oh, sorry, I say comeback, I mean more of an emerging ticket advantage. They were so very good at it, and InFamous perhaps have the same kind of tricks up their sleeve. I'm surprised, though, a real credit to recruitment. They're not looking too weak, considering how much Battlefield they've played this evening.
Yeah, it's the age-old argument of would you rather be warmed up but a little tired overall, or would you like to be coming in a little bit colder? So it does seem as though the position's working out for the recruitment side. They are being able to hold down this A flag as best they can. They may lose out on B because only Malcolm being there means the 2-1 overmatch will be in favor to InFamous. Kremer does find the kill and does claim the entire site for his work. So 2-1 will be maintained, but still the ticket's very even, and it does seem as though, I've got to say it, recruitment are slightly in the better positions here.
They're in the better positions, but they're not in the better ticket situation. It's not going their way. 37. Obviously not that far from 46, but it's very little. It's every little counts.
Helps.
I tried to avoid that as much as possible, but every little does help. And now 44 to 34, 10 tickets hanging in the balance. And obviously, we saw the previous game to get this team here came down to just one ticket. So every ticket really does make a difference. 43 to 33, 10 tickets remain. Stand between them, and InFamous, with that one map advantage, they are going to be desperate to wrap this up quickly.
They definitely are, and it's going to come down to these small choices. Tony here does make the correct assumption, taking out Malcolm on C, reclaims that one as a stronghold for InFamous, and now they have to worry about B. Kremer finding one on the push. Lagza goes down, doesn't get the follow-up. Tofi continues forward. He will eventually surely be found by Rella here. Rella has to retract backwards, try and save this flag. They cannot afford to drop it at this point. It's getting a little too close for comfort, and there we have it. It will be recruitment to pick this one up on B, and there's not going to be a response here from the InFamous side for some time. They may try an A hit, but they know they're going to be in a worrying situation. Even with this ticket lead, it's a long old run from C towards any of these sites.
Yeah, A and B still looking blue, but I don't know how long that will last. As the Chinese side do have both the numbers advantage, but also they have the flexibility. They can worry less about their respawns in their squad. Every single ticket that falls away from the US side is going to be from the respawns at the moment, because every single site is now being contained by the US side. Kremer capturing away now. This could be good on the A flag. This is the change InFamous need, and the tickets are going to start falling away. Zuzu even holding on to his spawn. His squad nearly wiped at the moment as InFamous with only 2 men standing.
Yeah, and look at this. It's going to get close here. InFamous behind enemy lines. Zuzu making a quick push towards B. Gets the respawn. C is going to be capped over by recruitment, and A still in their hands. I think the ticket's going to get even before we see a winner here at the very least. And now here we go, Rella having to look across. Kremer starting the push. 1v2 going down on towards C. I'm not sure who to watch here, the even match or the finally even one up at C. C will be pressured by Tony Lagza in the superior position. May get the fire done as Tofi now awaits his fate. He does get picked up in the end by Kremer. A now is the main threat, but look at those tickets. They are getting extraordinarily even. Zam for recruitment has to land these shots. He has to find the position to make this work. C is being captured as well. InFamous might turn this in the very last couple of seconds, but here comes the respawns. It looks like Zam's in a bit of a brawl here down on this side. He finally goes down, and that is InFamous taking over A. And now C also being pressured. Tony coming up big, getting one. Not going to follow up, though, and maybe, just maybe, recruitment are a little too far away here.
Yeah, I think that may be the case. I think you're going to see 10 tickets being the threshold set for the Chinese side of InFamous. They really brought it during the end game, but I mean, with only 10 tickets, Lauren, it's such a small amount, but in comparison to what we've just seen, we saw about, I think it was 2 games in a row where 1 ticket was the first half score, and in fact the second half score. Yeah. So 10, we're like, whoa, this is a big number, 10 times what we're used to. So fantastic stuff from InFamous. Don't think it should phase ex-eLevate too much. I think perhaps the only thing that is going to phase them is the fact that they're like, if this continues, we have another 4 maps ahead of us. We've just played so much Battlefield. I think that's going to be getting them down. I know that you guys in chat agree. You're saying that it's so hard. Obviously, they brought this on themselves. If they'd have just done the upper bracket, they could have played 2 games and be done. This is what the Go4 bracket or the lower bracket is for. It's that last chance saloon, and you have to fight for it. And they are. They're really they have to play every single game as hard as they possibly can. And it's great. It's going to be a grand final. And For me, I couldn't call it. I can't separate these teams.
No, they are very close. I think InFamous may warm up a little more, which may be a big point to this. This is their first game back after a little, not a break necessarily, but a little
couple of hours.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of hours of just maybe chilling out a bit, doing something else, and they're coming back in maybe a little colder. That might be the difference there. But I think Reason may have just lost their 5th player. Hopefully he'll come back with no issues. But yeah, very close game. 10 tickets. Compared to the others we've seen, a little bit closer, but still, 10 tickets is not much to make any odds with. So let's hope it goes pretty easily here. Just going to try and keep our eyes on when that 5th does come back. It's a long night.
Yes, indeed it is.
What can you do? Hopefully it is just, the player just wanting to reconnect, maybe just reset their game, come back in, just make sure everything's working. This is the finals, bearing in mind. This is the difference between going to an offline event with the possibility of winning a hell of a lot of money and going home. After all this route, it's slightly heartbreaking to think that maybe recruitment won't make it anymore. Or maybe InFamous as well. You can't take it away from them as, to that point. But at the end of the day, one team can only win. That's the worry of being in this group, in the Go4 group. Depending on this as your route through to the finals is always a problem, because you're always going to be met with these issues of, if only we did this, if only we did that, and you only get one chance at it. And it's in a best of 5 after playing hours of Battlefield. It is a hard grind. And let's not even forget the fact that they've only been able to play in this due to the amount they've played and done well in through the weekly Go4s. These guys are living and breathing Battlefield. And one of them will just be left where they're standing.
It's horrible.
It's a harsh reality, but, it's how it is. That's what makes it brilliant when you get to those offline events.
It's competition. It is a competition, and that's always going to be the case. Admittedly, you've got these teams who perhaps are either stronger or had an easier route. It gets some teams for both sides of that argument. However, these guys have managed to get this far. They have played so very many games, and that's not considering these cups that Lauren rightly mentioned. This is just over, I think it's been a 2 or 3 week span these groups have been played. And so it's not easy. It's really, really not easy for these guys to know how much hangs in the balance for this game. I understand it. I would want to take a break every ticket if I could, knowing how much is on the line. I mean, $30,000 is the eventual prize pot for this end of season offline event. And to get there, they have to win this game. It's another stepping stone, and it's a very important one. I know InFamous are going to be pretty psyched up for this one. They have that one map advantage from coming from the upper bracket. And I think, are we ready to go into game?
10-second countdown now.
Let's do it.
Second half of the first map coming up, ladies and gents. We could find out if this could be a possible 3-0 clean sweep, or if it's going to be a much closer game overall. So on the Chinese side, it will be Reason now running with that 10-ticket deficit up. Oh, sorry, not Reason, Recruitment. God damn your tags. And on the US side, it will be InFamous looking to close this one out.
See if they can do it. Straight up, quick cap onto B. Obviously, they spawned so very close to it, and we're going to see an emerging 1v1. The man who did it so well last time up against the man who seems to have no issues pushing sites in the past. Malcolm up against Rella, heading straight on, gets the spot, so he has the advantage so far. He hasn't been spotted out. His location, he does have that slight element of surprise, but the nade does land close. I think he knows. I think Rella has the idea, and he's going to get the pick. Great play with the ace-23, and I'm not sure why, but I think he's just leaving it. I think he's abandoning it.
He thinks it's safe. He thinks there's no one else there.
Oh, great play then, Rella going down.
Did he just get it to the kill as well?
He gets the, Malcolm picks up the frag, but he doesn't know Tony's there. Tony spawned in on Rella after the revive. Ran in, got the revive on Rella, and is now sitting in wait, lying in wait for the surprise cap.
Oh, you would start kicking yourself when that happens. That's unbelievable. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem later on. That's when frustration really starts coming through. And as we see this now, it's going to be a 2-1. But that one was a cheeky pickup there. But still, as we said, 2-1 play. Benny going for a swim. Just trying to refresh himself maybe after the little bit of a long break they've had in between games. But 128 to 146, bearing in mind Recruitment have barely dropped a ticket yet. 4 is all they've done, and that's probably from respawns more than anything. So let's see how they play this one out. It's a hard and long road back for InFamous from that C site down towards A and B. Benny here firing up. Nice shot towards Zam. Good play from him. Looking for a second. He gets the tag. A little bit of supporting fire as well coming in from that north side, but nade comes out, push comes in, gains a little bit of ground. So good work from Benny, moving his way forward. But every second they don't get a cap, they are edging closer to this being a very close game. And Zam in the end just comes down, tries to challenge him. Benny still stands, finally goes down. That took its time, and still the sights maintained in the hands of Recruitment. Now Tofi looking to make it hurt, doesn't manage it, and B might be the opening platform the InFamous need.
This seems to be a complete representation, or a kind of a change, flip on its head, sorry, of how the InFamous game started. This was how the first half, started for InFamous, and now you can see 139 to 108. The advantage is going to start swaying. You can see the B site's going to be going over now back to the Recruitment. That's such a horrible name when I keep seeing Reason.
Yep. I'm with you on that, don't worry.
Okay.
I am there. I feel that pain.
It's a conscious effort to think Reason Recruitment. Still, 100 to 137. Ticket going to be taken away from the US side, and InFamous are kind of going to go into panic mode here if they can't make it work. Great play with the CZ. Surely not again, otherwise what he does. The damage from the CZ just magical onto Lagzik. Didn't miss a bullet, and that's perhaps going to be the 2 frags they needed to make their way on towards the sites.
Suzu did also find Tofi, so nice play overall. As C will be captured by Recruitment, kind of exchanging for B. Not the sites you want to be hitting here. Zam and Kryzer now having to lock this one down against an entirety of the team pushing in. Surely Kryzer will go down. He's managed to find cover, but there we go. Finally gets caught in the heels, but Zam still alive, still kicking. Tofi on the cleanup crew picks up 2. Benny and Tony go down, and that is A secured. What on earth are you doing, InFamous? You are about to lose this one out. If you let them pick back up on B, you let them maintain A, you're left with nothing, not even C, unless you finally get Benny to go there. But look at this, Kramer now, 1v3. He's going to push down, he goes down, and now these 3 guys in the south are going to have to push up against the odds. This is a questionable time for InFamous. They've come in cold, and it does not suit them at all. And that one map advantage they may have coming into this through the upper side may just be negated straight away. So be under some question here by the likes of Kramer, but still walking away with a small advantage after having such a brilliant position in the uppers to come in on. A and B being held here, 131 to a mere 60.
Yeah, it's just not great for InFamous, and you're absolutely spot on. That advantage that they did have, that little bit of a backup plan, is just going to be completely removed if they continue on down this path. 129 to 60, that is a huge deficit, and with that slight advantage that they do admittedly carry over, the 10 tickets or so, it's not going to be enough. Not really a safety net for them whatsoever. Zuzu playing the waiting game perfectly, but oh, the aim does not prevail, goes down. And now a full revive from Tony trying to preserve any tickets they do have left. 50 to 129 is a horrible deficit, and I think, I don't know actually, to be fair. I can only speculate, but right now all I can say is that ex-eLevate, now Recruitment, have come into the second half of this with an entirely different game plan.
Yeah, different mentality, everything is working. That's the main point here. Rella trying to pick up the pieces, doesn't manage to do so. He doesn't even get a kill as Zuzu, the last man standing now. They could get trip capped in this. He's trying to pick up on B. You're not going to do that alone. And only 39 tickets, and look how fast they're dropping. It's squad wipe after squad wipe, and they're just dropping the ball.
Yep, dropping it indeed. 34 to 126. Kremer and Rella charging into. I think they're going to split up, actually. Nope, they're spawning in. Tony's there as well, heading towards this A site. Lags are the only man ready to receive them. He's being very cautious, checking every possibility. Is he going to be able to find them, though? Time is of the essence, and so are tickets. 26 is the threshold, and it's going to be going down so very quickly. Malcolm trying to dodge out the fire. He's going to be able to neutralize this flag before he goes down. In fact, he may be able to cap it as well. His teammates are starting to back him up, or they were. And still are actually turning a porcupine. There's 3 dead bodies. It's InFamous that were falling around that A site. And now with an A and B hold, this is going to be last doors for InFamous.
Certainly will be. And 16 tickets remaining. It's not a great deal to work with here. Even with the 10 minus from Recruitment, they are still sitting so damn pretty. And what a brilliant second half they have brought us. Truly showing a team of this can compete at the top level. And I've got to say, InFamous will be kicking themselves. They had the advantage in the upper side, and they have let that completely slip. Everything they've done going through the upper side, not dropping a single game, has been undone by Recruitment, the team who not only lost their team sponsor, but lost out earlier on. Let's see if they can keep this sort of pace up going forward.
Yes, indeed. 126. Well, we can't call them eLevate anymore, and maybe they're just trying to prove themselves here. Trying to say, you know, you made a mistake. We are a huge team, and if they can progress the offline stages, this is going to be huge for them as both individuals and as a unit, as a team. So that brings that one to a close. That's going to be bringing the score limit to 1-1. InFamous's first map, obviously, just being...
It's a late night.
It's a long one. It certainly is going to be. We may even see tomorrow, guys. So in about 20 minutes or so here in Germany, we'll be saying... Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. God, it's later than I thought. I was going to say we're heading into tomorrow, but we're already here. So good morning.
Good morning,
us
world.
at ESL TV.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, breakfast, get that coffee going.
Oh,
I could do with a
coffee.
Wow,
That
what
would
an
be
idea
good.
that would be. Oh, if anyone lives in Cologne and just wants to find a 24-hour coffee shop,
come here now.
what would you go for? What would you have right now?
I'd go for something strong. Filter or an
Filter black
espresso.
coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hit that up as well. Don't you worry, guys. We'd be on it like a car bonnet. I don't know. In there like swimwear.
Who's on it like a car bonnet? Though?
I don't know. I've never understood
never been
the
on
phrase.
a car bonnet. Well, maybe no. I've never been on a car bonnet.
Like that white snake moment, like sliding down
sliding
the bonnet.
across
It's
it.
like bam.
Yeah,
Ladies
indeed.
love that, right? So we are waiting on the 5th of InFamous to rejoin us. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Hopefully it's just, a quick little restart and Al is good.
Well, it's good.
Woo! It has been a long one. So guys in chat, if you are alive, press 1 and type in there. Just give us a 1. Give us the 1 rundown. We want to know if you are out there. We do worry. We fear for you more than anything. And or Kappa, 1 and Kappa. Just let us know you're alive. It will remind us to stay alive, which is the main thing. To keep going, stay strong. Give us the 1s. 1, enter, done.
Yeah, wow, I just phased out completely. So, sorry guys, it's obviously been a long night for us. We do not want to stop though. We do not want to stop bringing you this coverage of this incredible turn of events. 1-1 is the scoreline at the moment. And we're seeing some 1s in chat, so that's good to see.
More please.
She wants more. A couple of Kappas as well.
Yep, good,
nice to
good.
see. Waking
Good
us
work.
up.
Nice. Frosty, -1. All right.
-1, keeping it
-1's coming in the Kappas. 10 out of 10. Good work.
Okay.
I like that.
Words. Let me do words now.
Words. 1s. 2, 1, you stupid. 10 out of 10. Good effort. We are just waiting, obviously, on the rejoining of InFamous's 5th, and then we'll get started.
Fantastic.
Go recruitment. Who are you guys in chat supporting anyway?
Yeah, well, it looks like Kamika has got his money on recruitment.
Yeah.
They are seeming like the team.
They is.
Say again?
It's just what you said. They is seeming like the stronger team from particularly that half. But overall, where do you guys start putting your money? As we maybe look towards. Sorry, it's just it was the inward burp.
Inward burp, perhaps. Yeah.
Nice.
Good job. Yeah. All in chat.
Twitch chat keeping me alive. Yeah, if anyone need a knife, add MYM_Waffy. Thank you, Safe, for letting us know that. I'm sure he'll really appreciate it.
I'm sure he'll love that.
Yeah, Safe is always such a nice guy, Like, Safe, he just shouts at people all the time. His poor teammates. It's very rude. Yeah, it's going to be like a... Stop pressing buttons. Still waiting on the 5th.
So, as if this night...
Yay!
Is coming back?
No.
Okay, so as if this night couldn't get any longer, we are waiting for a player before we even get underway with the next map. So
he's joining now, says our glorious admin.
Fantastic, and obviously credit to the admin team and the production team for sticking with us as well.
Yeah. We're the ones with the lights on us, but they press the important buttons.
We wouldn't be here without the people behind the camera and the people behind the computer screen making all of these games appear on time and hopefully get the players back in the server as well.
Yeah.
So, it's not just us two. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes, and it's worth crediting them while we have time to spare.
Oh, the Ruffle Noob is still in there as well.
I mean,
what a
huge.
cool dude. Anyone who's stuck around that long,
no, wait,
thank
there's another
you.
one. IO Switch.
Yeah,
IO
he's
Switch.
around
I
as
called
well.
you Low Switch for a while, but you're back and you're saying recruitment, so good for you, man. And much love to you guys for sticking around. 260 of you really want to know where this goes, and I mean, I'm just really excited to know whether or not they can continue to bring this momentum that they just got in that second half. That was so quick. 130 tickets. That was it. That was like what they ended on. Only for going 70. It just seems a little mind-blowing for me.
Yeah. We're not going live just yet. The 5th is back. Do not worry. The 5th has returned, but Tony is AFK. What a scumbag.
What's
Thanks,
he doing?
Tony. I don't know.
Maybe he lives in Cologne and he's bringing us our coffee.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Valutaja brought me breakfast last time they had the finals here. What a guy.
What a babe.
He's amazing. And everyone's like, why are you such a fan of Fnatic? I'm just like, because Valutage.
Yeah, why did she highlight Valutage as the MVP then, I wonder?
Whoa.
Breakfast.
Whoa.
There you go. You can buy
Valu
her.
is a good dude. No, far too long. He's changed his name every single game he goes to for some ungodly reason. It was Reload, Dead Meat. There's been a few more as well. Valutage was a recent update. He does like the old name change. God knows why. But still AFK. Still people What else do you have to do at this hour? You know what I mean?
Yeah, people to see. Dogs to walk.
Yeah, yeah. You know.
Coffee to drink.
Oh, God, coffee.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Would you be offended if we had just a big coffee mug like here, guys?
With an ESL stamp
yeah,
on it.
if we... Oh, God, we need ESL mugs, don't we?
ESL coffee, that's what we need. Oh,
Oh
ESL
my
mugs
God.
would be fantastic.
That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
I bet
Nice
these
little
guys,
logo on it.
you do want one as well.
Yeah. What about merch for ESL
Look
mugs?
at
What
that,
do you guys
ESL
think?
merch
We're coming up
mugs.
with great ideas here, guys. You know, let us know.
This
what
is
you
actually a
think.
late night brainstorming session.
Yeah.
You didn't realise
You know,
it,
we
but
just got
you've-
notepads here, like writing down like little ideas. We've got some good notes here. Look at this. Look at this. Notes everywhere. Bam.
Can't
Very
actually
good.
see
Doesn't
it.
matter. That's why. You know, all these pages, coffee mug ideas. All of these coffee mugs, different designs.
Yeah, coffee mug designing.
Yeah.
Lexi says, go to sleep.
Like these chairs go back pretty far. I could probably have a little snooze at some point. You know what I mean? Just see you later. You know what I mean? Like it could happen. It could work. The awkward moment they don't come back up and I'm just left with a chair that's actually a bed. But it could work. I think we are going to go for a restart. So hopefully this actually does begin. I'm in the UK. 1 hour behind you guys.
Oh,
Waffy.
wow. I know, fantastic statement there from Grok23.
What did he say?
He said, "InFamous is the obvious money choice, but seeing the whole ex-recruitment thing play out tonight from being dropped mid-tourney, something we highlighted earlier, from being dropped mid-tourney to fighting on with spirit, the Brit in him has to cheer for the underdog." Fantastic comment. Thank you very much, Grok23, for that one.
It is true. Why do us Brits like underdogs so much?
I think it's just it's
bad at
hardwired
sports.
into our nature that we have to support the underdog because
It's
we're
normally
very
us.
rarely the top dog. So yeah, that's how we have to know it.
A really good point.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we do have 5 for both sides in the server.
How exciting.
So we'll be going live very shortly. In our second map here, it is currently tied at 1-1. It's going to be a long night, isn't it?
Possibly.
Alrighty, so on the US side, it will be InFamous, not living up to that rather befitting name of theirs when they do turn up. And Russian side will be Recruitment, so all the way. Prediction in this map?
My money is still firmly on the side of Recruitment. I just like the whole idea that they're coming back, proving their organization wrong, and perhaps, you know, making a name for themselves as Recruitment.
Well, let's find out. They're certainly going to be going in for it early on, though. And I feel InFamous may have the edge on this map. I've just got a little inkling. I don't know what that's going to equate to, but Benny's on a bit of a mission, and he will be heading all the way around the back of A. And actually, he's got a good chance again. That's because Kryzer is very late towards this position. But, oh, did he just get the drop? No, it's a flat exchange. That is extraordinarily lucky for the Recruitment side. Otherwise, Benny would have had the clear route to pick up the A side. So, all in all, coming out slightly on top there.
Yep, and the tickets are going to be level, but not for much longer. You can see the B site is going to be going over to the InFamous side. Running around the corridors, keeping the B site secure. The C flag, however, isn't being captured over. Malcolm sat outside in the cold, perhaps hesitant to push in, worried about a defensive player. However, there is no one there. And it's one of those tough ones. Sometimes you see players hesitant. Otherwise, you see teams just so happily just running towards C, hoping that they're going to be able to cap it. And now it's worth seeing perhaps what they're going to do in these corridors.
Yeah, let's go first person so we can see exactly what's going down here. So Malcolm, as you mentioned, is picking up that map. That map? Yeah, he's picking up that map. That'll do. But it looks like InFamous will be trying to dominate through mid. Tony moving forward. It's Toby to find Tony, though. And, well, Malcolm to repeat that incident. And it's all gone a little bit Recruitment's way at the moment. They are fighting extraordinarily hard. And let's just stick on board with them for a couple of minutes, see how this plays out, see what they're up to. And it looks like Kryzer will be heading down towards B. So trying to pick that one up, spot the respawns. I think he caught a glimpse of one. That's Tony again. He's having no luck this game. Consistently found and taken down. So really well played, chiseling away at about a 10-ticket lead at the moment.
10 tickets could be all it takes, though. A and C still for Recruitment, and I'm not sure as Lagza is approaching this A site whether or not they can keep it contained. They can't. He goes down. Rella, the man behind the frag. Zuzi was picked up one as well, and in the overview you can see 2 sites already changing hands. B site starting to edge towards InFamous, and Tofi just around that B site. Is he going to push it in? He can't. Zam goes down as well, and Tofi just lying in wait as his teammates fall around him. He goes down as well. AK of Tony was the weapon of choice there. And now, once again, what was 10 tickets is now 15. And recruitment starting to edge forwards.
Nice play from Malcolm then. Picking up the double, taking down Rella and Kremer off that B site. That may open it up for a push. We'll have to wait and see what they go for, but it looks like they're actually going to change their focus towards A. So Lagza peering in with that Magnum, looking for the kill. He doesn't even get the respawn kill. That is going to be upsetting towards him. He had the perfect opportunity. Now leaving it to Tofi to bomb it in there. Gets one, looks for the follow-up, not going to find it. And now the rest of the forces come flooding in from Recruitment Gaming. They are looking for this A flag and they want it. They get the revives, but can they turn it into another site? Still, Cries are fighting on B. Not going to find much, but they have maintained on that C site quite luckily as they have no one out there to actually do the damage.
99 to 122. It seems to constantly grow every time I turn my eyes to the top of the screen. You can see the advantage growing for Recruitment. However, it has been squad wiped, or near enough. One man still remained. And now, with the B site, are they ignoring the B site? Lags are kind of running through it. Oh, he's actually above it, so he can't quite initiate the cap just yet. I don't think he's going to get there without a fight. He's going to find one. Who was it? It was Benny. Benny goes forward, and now his teammates are backing him up as well. B-site's going to be going over, courtesy of him and Kreiser. And now perhaps they're going to head to C quite wisely as Zam is ready to receive InFamous and Zuzu. Kremer on the prowl, though, looking to jump down. Oh, can't make the airtime work. He's going to have to maybe drop a medkit and go ham. He gets the frag. Oh, no, his teammate does pick it up for him. Zuzu with a double. Malcolm was also in that spray. And perhaps he didn't pray, and now you can see Lagza sitting pretty in the corner. Has the Magnum. We know he can make work with this as well. In the past, he gets some pretty cheeky headshots, but that's not really what the Doctor ordered at the moment. As they sit in the corridor, not really making a move for A. And this, perhaps, is the setup that they were so hungry for at the start. InFamous looking comfortable. Yeah,
they're starting to get there. There was a couple of kills coming in towards that snake bend. Obviously, taking down Tony really opens it up. It forces Kremer to play a little bit more aggressively, and actually has to be met by Kreiser, who's pushing straight out towards C. He's got a little bit of a challenge in front of him. One player waiting out. That will be Zuzu, who got the double. Not this time. He's going to get taken down in one. So A will stay in the hands of InFamous. They need to make it out a quick play towards B, or at least make the opposition they're going to go towards B, but maybe turn their attention back towards C. No, they have not been able to make any sort of headway down that mid corridor. So still getting the reinforcements in, getting the respawns in, and going back in for the challenge. A very scrappy play coming out from both sides. Clearly the tiredness kicking into place as Kremer does catch a cheeky kill towards Zam and turns his attention to more towards outside C. Not going to matter though, as Tofi now round on the flank. Two, and a scrappy battle in mid comes out better for no team.
No team whatsoever. The B site is starting to level out once again for InFamous. They seem to be pretty fast on capturing these neutral sites. However, 86 to 70. B site is the one I think that's going to be the most bloodshed at the moment. Lanks are falling as well. It was a 2v2, now 2v1. Malcolm just capturing it in the corner. Doesn't need to show himself, but as soon as he does, he goes down. InFamous picking up 3, and only Tofi remaining. And a near squad wipe. Tofi on his own, on his Larry, as we'd say here in England. Well, not here in England. I'm not here in England, actually. I'm in Cologne. But as we'd say if we were in England, perhaps. As it's 78 to 66. The C site is going to be pushed in by Benny. You can see Benny and Kremer, in fact, they're going for sending 2 players. Debatable there, Lauren. Perhaps they could maybe send one more to that B site, which is looking oh so bloody.
Yeah, they could do. It's certainly a choice of theirs if they want to make it. But look at these back spawns coming in for the recruitment side. Nicely played out by them. Just going to edge in from the back. And that's going to turn things around. This has been a scrappy game from both. No one quite getting settled into a 2-to-1. Very willing to just throw bodies at sites, pretty much. That's the difference here. Rather than the standard play we often see where it's quite cautious, quite careful. They are literally throwing people at it. So at 6 minutes, we're down to 65 tickets, or 60 tickets each, should I say. So a very close game between the two. And this feels like it's going to be one of those longer games because both teams are so equal. Every time we see a 2-to-1, it gets changed almost immediately. And once again, the exchange is going down on B. And look at the bodies they're putting in. That's already 3 dead people. Make it 4. There's 5 coming in, whichever way. And it's literally a whole squad for every single push they make. Malcolm on the flank around the back could do some real damage, but gets taken down. So all of this needless, bloodshed, rather than a quick push out towards C, maybe. They put a whole squad here for the Russian side of recruitment just to pick up B. Now, yes, they got it in the end, but look at the amount of tickets they've lost on the way.
It's not a pretty amount. They've managed to level it out, and I think InFamous are going to be really happy with the current situation, purely because they have the squad, they have the positioning around A, and they, oh, I was going to say they have C. You can see 2 players spawning in. Malcolm is going to be on top of Tofi, and as they are about to meet the full head of InFamous, 3 men versus 2. Benny missing the spray. Can he make it up for with Hipfire? No, he can't. Falls. His teammates are there to pick up the pieces. It's Tony who comes back with a vengeance and brings Benny back from the grave as well to secure C. They haven't had to pay a price. They haven't had to forego the A site. And now Zam is looking to make them pay something. But I don't think he's quite got the debt collector in him. Does get the frag. Can he work around this corner? Looks like they're spreading themselves out quite nicely, actually. Credit to recruitment when it's due. Can't win out the 1v1s, though. Malcolm is the man to fall first. But Zam trying to make a one-man push towards his flag. He's done such a fantastic job. Lauren, he's done it.
He might have just single-handedly won this side. He's got another kill. Relic goes down. Zam there just forging a path for the recruitment side. And there's always players stepping up for these boys. Every single time there is someone doing the near on impossible. We saw Tofi doing it before. We've seen them turning up time and time again. B is just in the hands of InFamous. But the main point here is that it looks like this might be the first hold we see extended at a 2-1. And it's for recruitment, not what I expected to see. But where is the push going to come down? 3-2 split. 2 through mid. They'll hold this push around the back. And there we go. They're going to make their way out. But nice position from Lags. That mid pack may give away the game a bit. But here comes the play. He gets 1. He looks for the second. He does get it. That's 2 in the bag. Here comes some more, though. Will he get any more? No, he gets shut down. But this should push the rest of the side to make a play down B. Why are they taking so long? Oh, because they got reinforcements. Tofi is still there. He gets picked up. He goes flying out the map in hell. I'm not sure Rel's even in the map at the moment. But there we go. Finally, they make their way down towards that B site. But look at the tickets. And look how low it's getting for InFamous. They're going to make a sweeping play towards A. That's Benny back there. And now there is Zam waiting to defend his site.
This is his site. He's made some serious plays to both secure it and to capture it once again. He's doing it just now. Brings it back to flying the InFamous flag. I'm telling a lie. It's not the InFamous flag. It's the recruitment flag. Regardless, the A and B sites are secured, and they're going to be putting those first and last preparations for the end of the round. Benny on the prowl. Looking good. Looking pretty smart. Actually, Benny doesn't need to push in. He's doing the job Zam did. But with only 5 tickets left, they've got so little to work with in this first half. And it looks like those 5 tickets may very well fall away from them.
Not again.
It could. Are we going to see? This would be number 4, Lauren. This would be the 4th time it's come down to the wire.
Don't do this.
It looks like they're going to. Looks like with that B site being taken away from them, there's nothing to stop those tickets falling away. Ex-eLevate are just losing and hemorrhaging tickets right now. They cannot control the bleed. 18 tickets slipping away, and all they have to do is sit and wait. Zuzu goes down, though. He cannot respawn. Only 3 members remain now for InFamous as the offense comes in. 1 man falls, though. Great defensive work there from Tony. M16 is going to be from Tofi to all they need now is to sit in. InFamous doing their very best. They brought it down to just 12. Well, no matter what they have done already, they have halved the tickets that could have possibly potentially have been the case there. And now going into the second half, either way, it's going to be a very, very low number. 12 tickets, there it is. Wait on your screens, you can see just how low. It was 10 last time on Lumfini. It's 12 this time. These teams are evenly matched. There's no doubt about it.
They just don't want us to go home, you know? That's it. They're just like, no, we are going to go all the way through this.
Yeah.
Till every single ticket is accounted for, and that's exactly what's happening. This is a very, very long game for these boys, and we have got a player dropping out for InFamous. Hopefully that's not a problem. But yeah, 12 tickets.
12 tickets. That's I mean, there's not much more that can be said about how well they played. I was looking towards maybe the A control. Zam is a player I would like to highlight. I think he really,
oh yeah, his retake on that site was perfect.
Fantastic. It's not something that you see all too often. Even when you go to the really top 3, perhaps, you look towards Fnatic, you look towards MYM.
Or your Epsilons, anyone like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Any of those teams, they push sites, but that's not a common occurrence, no matter at what level of battlefield. And we saw Zam from recruitment, ex-eLevate, doing it perfectly. So that's all good in the hood. I'm not sure where this player is coming from. Once again, we've lost it.
Return to us.
Come back, please.
Please.
Come back swiftly.
We'll just sit quietly and look sadly at the camera, I think. I think it'll help. We'll see. You could do your puppy dog eyes. You've been working on those, haven't you?
My puppy dog eyes.
Your
Oh.
Jason, don't judge me. You know, it looks quite as good when you look at yourself on camera like, I just look like a bit of a mug.
What, me? I
No,
can't
I'm
do
just
it.
saying overall. I'm just. Oh, no,
I can't look
you
at both. I can't look at myself and do the cam. Nope, not gonna happen.
At least you tried. It was a good attempt. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You gave it 10 out of 10. We are just waiting on that final player. No ETA on when he comes back. So, AMA time. Anything else? And thank you, Bastian, aka Hysteria. One of the players actually for Planet Key Dynamics for shouting us out there. Even though it's a late evening, we are still going on. Yeah, it's a long one, guys. It's oof. Oof. It's the only noise I can make in these situations. Just oof.
Yeah, it's been a long night. I think it's worth highlighting how Locker is going to shape up, considering the next map, which is of course going to be Propaganda. So another new one. So
I don't even know what map we're on right now.
yeah, we're on here on Operation Locker. It's worth saying
thanks, Alex.
that InFamous are a team who, to me, seemed like they knew how to play Lamfini. Obviously, eLevate did actually eventually kind of level it out. It was a very good second half from them. But going into another new map, it's going to be Propaganda. Is that going to shape up to be maybe an InFamous game? Obviously, we are in a best-of-5 format, so despite who wins this one, all it's going to do is get them one step closer to that third win. It takes 3 wins to get you through on the best-of-5. And are we still waiting for a disconnected player? We are. Okay.
Anything in Twitch chat to keep us sane?
Yeah, what are you guys saying in chat?
They helping us out here.
Pansy, think positive from
Think
Epsilon
positive.
Duke.
Oh, Dukept.
Don't call him Dukept, that makes him angry.
Duke, I'll keep that positive mentality. Don't you worry. Apparently, this guy is joining. Apparently, I'm not that good looking. Ouch. Your sister.
Someone's sister is
Ouch.
making their stream lag.
Yeah, and that's why he was like, she's not even that good looking.
Oh, man.
No. Joe, to be fair, I used to do something terrible. My sister used to, you know, it's like teenage
Sisterly
females
love.
do, right?
Oh, yeah.
She used to love uploading many pictures to Facebook of, this is my dinner. Look at it, people. Nothing of worth. Right? If it was of worth, I would accept this. And she'd only use Wi-Fi because that was what she would use on her laptop. And I found out a way to turn off the Wi-Fi from the router without leaving my room. Because I was obviously on the Ethernet cable, you know. So I worked out how to do that, and then I'd blame her for uploading too much and breaking the internet.
Oh, I did a similar thing. if my roommate is watching,
horrible.
If my roommate is watching, which he probably isn't, which is good. I think at one point he was playing on Xbox.
Yep.
And for some reason that would slow down my connection. So if I was in an important game, and I needed to win,
you're playing like ESL
I'd
Ones back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. You know? I'd open up the little browser and I'd
connect your IP.
No, I'd do this very clever thing where I'd quickly just untick and tick off the
Wi-Fi allowed thing.
Yep. So, his connection dropped, and he's going to take 5 minutes to connect back, and I've got 5 minutes to play my game without lag.
Good round. There you go.
Fantastic.
GG, well played. Anyway, our horrificness deciders, children, or not even children, just young adults. Let's look back at the game, because I think we are now ready to get underway in the second half of our second map in the best-of-5 finals between Recruitment and InFamous. I almost fluffed the names, but still, we are here on Operation Locker. We will be seeing InFamous on the Russian side. On the US side, it will be Recruitment. So, your predictions going forward, it's down to 12 tickets. It's not a lot. Where are we at right now?
I'll tell you where we're at. We are at Operation Locker.
Thanks, pal.
I'm sorry, I was just...
I meant your prediction. Where are you at on your prediction right now?
No, sorry.
You
My prediction,
still on for a reason?
Yeah.
Recruitment reason.
Recruitment reason.
The
reason
they
for
should
recruitment.
Be
there was something there. Oh, we'd have had that if
so
it was a little
close.
earlier. Regardless, let's have a little look. I'm going to jump on board with Lagza with his Magnum, trying to find the pick. And Lauren, why don't you try and take us away with this C flag?
Yeah, on seat, going okay there, just kicking stuff around. Sorry about that. It was a 12-ticket advantage at the end in favor to, who was it in the end? It was eLevate who did have that, correct?
That's right.
Well, ex-eLevate, should I say. I do believe so. If I'm not going completely mad, I might be. It's late. We don't know. We're going to carry on and hope it's a very defining final score, so I don't have to depend on that. But still, at the moment, 2-1 hold in favor to recruitment, not reason, not elevate, none of the above, just recruitment. We're just sticking to that. And how this is going down is quite curious. We are seeing InFamous kind of gathering up their forces in mid and looking for a push through. This could be interesting just due to the fact that Benny's actually behind them.
Yeah, and look how fast those tickets are falling for InFamous. This is not a great start. The ANC hold is reigning supreme. And reason, no, they're not called Reason, Alex. They're called Recruitment. And that tag is going to forever haunt me in my dreams this evening if I ever go to sleep.
Never.
Never. Battlefield dreams. That's about to happen. Good night to iPatty in chat. You've been with us since the start. Much love to you and sleep well. But back into the game, we can see the A and B hold going pretty well, actually. Kremer looking to defend the Lagza Magnum. So if anyone can get the shot, it's going to be him. Not going to happen. Great play from Kremer. Didn't even see him as he picks up the frag. A and B. Probably a more stereotypical hold for the French side. However, they do have to worry about random respawns. It's Zam. As he is going to drop that health pack, playing for the regen. He's got time on his side, as well as tickets, as he's going to be diving into the depths, looking to find one more frag.
David Attenborough has arrived, ladies and gents. Diving into the depths, we see Zam. Anyway, that aside, we are going to be finding out if InFamous can hold this one. They do have a 2-1 hold for once. It will be now recruitment having to find their way back into this game. A certainly a possibility. They do have a 3-1 split now, a 2-2. Tofi not completely committing either way, but we are seeing Kryzer work around the back. So maybe deciding to split their attention towards C as well. Going for a possible trip cap here. They're going to certainly get C, but it's going to be a 2v3 situation on A, which might be a little bit harder to work on. Zuzu does find Kryzer, but Zam comes in with a double, but can't find any more. And now the likes of Lagza and Tofi will have to try and reinforce B for the respawns and look from the push through mid. So certainly many options on the cards here for InFamous to work their way back in on, but none looking too pretty. And look at those respawns. They had to commit 3 there towards B, and this could open up for Tofi to get in towards A if they don't expect Benny here, though.
Yeah, Benny's lying in wait. He doesn't need to show too much of himself.
No, he got held in mid, doesn't matter.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Couldn't even get to Benny, but that shows the teamwork pays off. So Malcolm with a great frag. It seems to be really accurate with Malcolm, one of those few players who seems to not necessarily rely on hipfire. He's more of the aim and brain style of play. Obviously, I'm not saying they're brainless, but
Wow.
Malcolm does certainly bring the brain as well as the aim. Zam, however, one of those players.
Brain
And aim, they sound so similar at this time of the evening.
Oh.
Okay, 8 for 4 though, Zam. That was what I was trying to highlight in contrast to Tony, who is, of course, fragging. Whoa, I said he's fragging. He picks up a double. AEK, it's 11 frags now already. We're only 3 minutes in, Lauren, and he's picked up 11 kills. That man, if I was good at maths, I could tell you how many frags a second that was, or per second, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just, I can't. I really can't. So,
I can't.
99.
I just can't.
99.
Are you okay, Alex?
I'm okay. How are you, Lauren?
I'm not okay, or?
Okay, I'm fine.
All right.
Okay, so the man we were just talking about has been put to bed permanently by Kremer, and now it's going to be a 1v2 for Lagza. And I'm not going to lie, if anyone could do it for this for this team, it would be him.
Yeah, it certainly could be. 92 to 96, so this is a really close game. I was hoping for something a little bit more defining one side to the other, just so I wouldn't have to count those tickets, which I'm hoping is on the right side here. I'm hoping I'm not completely incorrect, but it is a 2-1 hold in the hands of InFamous at the moment. They do have Abe, which could be under threat if Tofi does go for the push. The rest of his team are already there. He just watched the flank from C round the back, picking up Benny, and now can look towards where the rest of the InFamous side may be coming from. There are still 3 up on the map. He does find another. That's a nice little double run for him. Good work in this moment. Doesn't make it 3, however, as there's one watching mid, which I believe was Rella. So a little bit of a reply coming out from Rella, who's been doing good work. He's been a consistent player, only on 4-7 in this game, but overall he's been one of the players that's been stepping up when needed for the InFamous side. But right now they definitely need something going on here. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. InFamous, it's the BC hold, and I think maybe they're going to set their sights on A. 2 players are going to be there to defend it. Obviously, they do have the capability to spawn in extra players, but I don't think they're going to need it. Tony, only man there, he's going to be falling as well, so that is the dream down. B and C are the 2 sites. Let's see how it works for them. Looking at this Zam play, is he going to consider the C flag? He is. He's going to head up to the higher side, get some higher ground, get the vantage point there, and he's going to be looking towards Rella, quite rightfully actually, coming from the B corridors. Going to be pushing out down now. You can see that the C flag's going over straight away, gets taken down, no issues there. But InFamous, they're a little bit too smart for this and going to be coming straight back with Zuzu on that A flag.
But let's bear in mind, this is pretty much even still overall. With a 10-ticket deficit, InFamous are still just about on par with Recruitment Gaming. So looking to see what they can bring here, or Recruitment, I don't even know. My brain is literally slush as we speak. So the A side being threatened, Lagza goes down, Kremer maintains. InFamous making it hard work at least, but the squad wipe will come through. Rella is back up, but only out on C, which isn't even their flag, and they're ignoring that, and they're going straight back in for A. So they want it all, and they may walk away with nothing, as B probably now will go into the hands of the opposition. Recruitment picking up the triple cap. Cries are making her towards Zuzu, and we know what it's like to be left out in the cold here, and it's no fun at all. The slight lead that InFamous had built up has now been ripped away. Rella is still fighting hard, as you can see in those back corridors at the top of A from C, but to what end? And I don't think he's going to get into the site regardless, as now Zuzu making his way in through mid, maybe going to try and support on C. They should be able to pick that one up, but B and A seem like a mile away.
Yeah, and so does the end of this final. So inseparable. Both teams seem to be right next to each other every single step of the way. InFamous, they started with the lead, immediately shut down by Recruitment. They seem to be very strong at controlling sites. Going into the new map, a new environment, and I don't know how. They have played so much Battlefield today, and here they are going 48 to 47 up against the probably more relaxed and refined InFamous. No problems here though. 46 to 46. They do have the advantage though. InFamous going to try and create something, some sort of a separation between these two teams, as obviously you have to remember there is a slight advantage in the ex-eLevate side of things. 12 tickets from the first half, but it's not much.
No, it's certainly not, but a 2-1 hold will make it seem a little more here, as we will be seeing B and C being held, and, well, we are watching Tony maybe make his way out towards C and them trying to push through mid, but Zam's positioning in that kind of L-bend snake area is going to make it hard work. He could eventually push through, excuse me, get some presence on towards A. He could go 1v1 here. This is a great decision. They could exchange maybe C or B, a less ideal site, for something they'd want. But noticing there was no spawns around the back here by having Lagza in this spot, means it's going to be the back spawns on A. So clever play from Zam, falling back when needed, picking up the kill, and now going back in. They're down to about 10 tickets here. 12 is the absolute threshold, the limit for InFamous, who, yet, if this goes this way, being able to pick up a map, even though we're going to map 2, and it is going to be a 2-1. Obviously, the upper advantage sitting with InFamous overall, but yet to really make anything happen of it, B will be their push. They're trying to make it count, but Lagza stands in the way. He picks up 1, looking for more. He's in a long-range battle here. Might not be ideal, and look, the numbers now flooding in. Can InFamous make it count? The tags come out. Rella is still standing. Lagza does go down, but look at those reinforcements. Prone waiting in position. Rella drops in, gets 1. And now has to look for more. Does go down. Left with only a mere couple of tickets. B is a prime real estate for InFamous. Anything is at this point. They must get a site, and they must get it now, or this is GG. Well played in the second map here. And going forward, there's the threshold being met, but they may just drop below it in the last couple of seconds. 12 tickets, no more respawns available, down to 2 players. It's a 2-1 hold in their favor, but they cannot respawn, they cannot die, and I think they know this one is done and dusted. Zuzu, last man in the squad, as soon as he goes down, to the knife as well. Malcolm adding insult to injury, taking it all the way, but this will be Recruitment's game. Map 2, it's theirs, ladies and gents. We are now at a 2-1 situation in favor to Recruitment. One more map could be the decider.
It's been a real back and forth this evening. Real credit actually where it's due though. The knife from Malcolm. What a way to stylishly wrap out those tickets.
Yes.
With that. So we're going to be progressing now into map 3.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, Lauren?
A little more tired, but we're still going strong. You know,
yes, indeed.
We're still getting there. Just, you know, my brain, my poor brain. There's not a lot going on there, you know, up in there normally. Yeah. It's kind of lacking as it is, and then you add in hours of Battlefield, and this happens. It's just, woof. I'm still pretty good, though, overall.
You say ours are Battlefield. You're not the one playing it. We're getting off lightly. We just have to talk about it. These guys, I mean, eLevate. They've been playing since. Wait, when did this game start? Was it 7 o'clock? Obviously, we've been casting since then, but they've been playing since 7.
Yeah.
It is now 1:30-ish before we get into this next game.
Yeah.
They've been working their socks off. I know they're probably aching and moaning and pretty upset, but I mean, we're not. We are completely fresh face ready for this game. Getting into another new map from the Dragon's Teeth expansion. It's going to be Propaganda, a map that I'm going to be kind of conservative and say that we haven't seen enough of to pass judgment on, but it's certainly something different. I really like how Fnatic played it. They had a strategy which I wouldn't be surprised if the VOD has been reviewed by a couple of teams. I wouldn't be surprised if the other teams have been like, well, Fnatic currently defending champions, trying new map, had strats. Let's look at that. I mean, it's probably a great starting point for teams who don't know how to play it to look at Fnatic and perhaps see their approach to it. It's a map which we saw Drunks from Fnatic doing this very strange play up towards A. He used to snake his way up, and instead of capping it, just sitting there and being a backup plan. If we lose B, if we lose C, he was there. They spawned in on him, and they started the caps once again. So there was a lot of different strategy there, which I think they're going to perhaps take away from Fnatic as we go into Propaganda. ex-eLevate and InFamous, of course. ex-eLevate recruitment, whichever you want to call it. We are going to be live into the game, though, guys. We've got about 30 seconds on that countdown. So why don't we throw into the game, and Lauren, you can break down what we usually see. I know usually is a bit of a strong word after only seeing this game.
2 games.
2 games on this. But what we've seen so far.
I have no idea. All I know is this could be the final map. We are on match point right now for ex-eLevate, who will be starting on the Chinese side, so the man on your screen, Malcolm being one of them, and on the opposition, it's InFamous. They still obviously coming through the upper side of this have that kind of buffer of one map with them. So if they get this one, we go on to the final map, which would be Dawnbreaker. We'll wait and see what we have coming up in this one. As well, so far it's been a close map. Most of the times we've seen it, most teams barely breaking away from each other, but as you said, maybe some notes were taken from Fnatic, maybe they weren't. But as we see, normally being quite the contested site here, we are seeing a 2-man immediate stack coming out from the US side of InFamous. And the interesting point is Rella actually running with this interesting setup of the M24. I'm not sure if I like it yet. We've seen Asterix do it for Epsilon on maps like Goldmud Railway, sitting very far back, just providing an overview from the static site, or maybe a position back here. But I'm not sure how this is going to work, and well, maybe it is, as Rella does get himself at least going in this one, as Tony is trying his best to cap out B against the odds.
Yep, up against the odds indeed, and up against the scoreline already as well. 148 to 144, obviously very little separating these teams as we're only a minute in, but as you can see, as perhaps they're going to head towards the statue area. You can see rockets flying and back and forth. Tony, the man behind the magic, as is Kryzer throwing one in as well. The A site trying to be controlled by Benny, but from such a far distance. I don't know what Benny's particularly got in mind. I think we saw Malcolm actually implementing a spot like this not too long ago. And now Lagza has got himself into a position where he cannot be touched. Great positioning from him. And of course, that's going to start the pressure on towards this statue area. A site is going to be captured over. So B and C are going to be the 2 sites so very close together, so quick to transition between the 2. We can see Kryzer going down, not the best positioning from him. And now Tofi and Zuzu are going to meet on this flag.
They certainly are, and at the moment Zuzu certainly coming out on top of that last game, but you can see the buildings being taken down, the cover that can be provided on this site being removed, but still waiting in the wings. Malcolm finding the cover is revealed, and there we go, Zuzu goes down, Malcolm is forced out into the fight, and well, he's not doing too badly at the moment. But can he get any more from the right flank? He does get pushed by Kremer, and Kremer gets the kill. However, the one thing I want to point out is they have Tony and Benny holding down B. They're putting everything they can into this C flag, hoping they come out on top, because they have no backup plan after this. They only have B as the site being held out of sheer kind of spite alone, but those buildings are coming down. This is a very loud map. It's certainly waking me up.
Yep, it's keeping us awake, it's keeping our eyes open and keeping us aware. I'm not really sure about what I'm about to call them resistance. That is not the right word. It begins with R.
Cool.
There you go, I've just given them a new team. Resistance. Let's call them recruitment for now, as Rocket comes flying in towards Benny, out the other way, and in one ear and out the other, essentially, as Benny is just going to be sitting here, lying in wait. He doesn't have to push out. They seem to be coming to him. He does go down, though. M16A in the hands of Toffee, not a weapon we so often see. However, you can see 4 players from the Resistance. I'm going to keep calling them Resistance now. From the recruitment side. And that's going to be a trip cap. That's going to be pretty tough, actually, for InFamous to come back from. You can see they're turning their attention towards the statue side of things. And Krema edging around the statue area. Nice play from him. Catches off Kryzer with his pants down. And is he going to be able to extend it towards a cap? He knows he's been spotted. He's probably going to have to play the waiting game and look for some more players to spawn in on him and stack the numbers against the enemy.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But look at those tickets, 91 to 131. This is a big lead here now coming in for the recruitment side. Certainly doing the damage. Tony getting the cap on, maybe trying to stop the rot down on C. But this is still a very close game between these two overall. But the defining factor is just how well recruitment have been locking down these sites in the extended play so they can bring to the forefront. Zam letting off a good couple of shots, not connecting any, however. So that will leave Krema to revive Tony and lock out C and B. They must deal with Toffee, however, who does go down in the exchange, kind of creating a nice 2-to-1 split.
A 2-to-1 split is certainly a great start to leveling out these tickets, but it's not going to be happening so very quickly, of course, with only 4 minutes already into the game. And that's a spot we haven't seen yet. Yeah, Zuzu, look at this. We're going to see, obviously, as this is a new map, we're going to start seeing spots that develop and evolve. And that's actually quite a fun thing to consider, as, of course, we're going into the later stages of this tournament. And as obviously the money is such a huge factor for this, 30,000 on the line. I know I find every in and out of this new map. And Zuzu just starting as he means to go on with a cheeky peek on towards the A site. Regardless, though, let's moving straight on towards Tony. Turn our attention to him as he's trying to control this site from what is left of the defensive buildings. They're starting for a trip cap, though. I can see the fantastic work of Krema making his way up towards the top side of the map. They've got a trip cap back, turning it on its head now, and with only 2 members standing for recruitment. Lagza, one of them, does have potential to surprise, though. He's one of those players, as he shakes his way up towards the roof, he can always pick up the frags. Looks for a hip fight, gets one, gets a second, surely he does! CZ just too strong in that close quarters environment, and now looking to get a third here as he approaches the site. Not going to happen, shut down by the InFamous defensive line, and 70 to 100. They're starting to bring those tickets back, but it's going to be a slow and steady process.
It certainly is, and I've got to say it right now, recruitment got a little outplayed there. I'm hoping that a little bit of a tiredness is not kicking in. It certainly could feel like it to them. Zuzu proning down, gets a couple, but the push continues from the recruitment boys, merely like lambs to the slaughter in this one. Only Zam really picking up any kills. As you can see, the kind of middle line of this map being held straight down is that railroad line. Zam playing out of it, and Tofi being a little closer. Maybe waiting on some respawns, not sure. He will be going for the peak there. Not really going to get much from it. He actually does get found, and this 2-to-1 is being held. But look at this long play. But this is the position I was waiting for. Nice work from Krema, watching that push from B through this. However, will he be able to maintain? Another player comes into the cross sights. Does get the tag, but not the frag. That's
a wall that should probably be maybe looked at being destroyed. It's such a huge vantage point. It's basically covering the entire cross from statue and B to over to this A site. And if Krem, as I say that, Krema's defense has been completely removed thanks to the engineer class of Lagza, and that was something I was hoping would come a little earlier. Right now, though, you can see the entire lower half of this house has been completely leveled, and now tickets still level, though. 10 or so tickets in it. A and C under control.
Just about. C still being questioned, though. 3v1 coming down on it. Tony with Rela will pick up the kill towards Kryzer. So they should claim that one back. A should change hands. And yet no one getting out towards this B site. Quite a curious thing. Maybe, though, depending on these respawns. Oh, my God, I went out of the map again. It's just a hard map to say within the kind of universe of it, but still. B being picked up by Krema, C being held by Zuzu and Tony. And there we have it. That should be the defensive line bringing the tickets back even after quite the deficit started out against InFamous. A couple of rockets being launched, nothing too much. Wait and see how this one plays out. Look at the cover. Literally, this started off as a small village. Now it's just a pile of rubble. And, well, not many people want to kind of mill around there. Tony does take the initiative to push forward, catches Zam on the way. Nate does stop him from just kind of leaping over the wall, but the ticket's now starting to work in InFamous' favor. But this 2v1 must go their way if they want to continue this. As Benny now will peek in, picks up Lagza and locks it down. That is the play they need to be doing, and keeping this line, not allowing players to slip through the north side, as I believe they have been every now and then, but still, a very small lead beginning for the InFamous boys. Yeah,
and the InFamous boys want to close this one out. Don't forget, though, ex-eLevate do have the advantage. They have secured the second map, so it's 2-1 in their favor. Very smart. Very good for the ex-eLevate boys to have closed it out to probably take it to a fifth map. That is the potential here. That is what's on the line here. And I know I don't want to say resistance. And I know recruitment can still do this. They need to try and wrap it up quickly, though, because obviously the advantage for InFamous is growing. The AC hold, it's all you need. They haven't got greedy. They haven't pushed for C. They're quite happily just gifting it over to them, the Lagza and Co. Down they go, though. It's a full squad wipe. That's going to cost them 5 tickets guaranteed, and that's not really what they want to do at this stage in the game. We're already 9 minutes in, and obviously with only 46-30 in this first half, they're just trying to set a threshold.
Such a close game, but how does it fall? How do the cards fall right at the end here? We will be seeing a cheeky trip cap, but that should be changed very soon. Zuzu surely not going to pull this one off. I think he knows he's pretty much a lamb to the slaughter, but he might be able to turn it around here. 1v2. We are seeing a 2v2 on the C site as he waits. 46-21, does not want to make an early move. Wants to play it smart, wants to play it carefully. Peeks out, spots out both of them. He should be able to dominate the situation now. He knows where both are. He needs to single out these guys, not singular out these guys. English is indeed hard at this hour. But still, 45-15, this looks like InFamous will be picking up the first half unless something can change very soon. Rella has to go big, though. He's got to lock out this site, and there comes the rest of the building tumbling down. He's got backup now in the form of Zuzu and Co, but the nades also being thrown into return. Those 10 tickets should not be moving anytime soon, though, for the recruitment boys. They now have the 2-1. A still in the hands of InFamous. Here comes a push. Zuzu moves in. Does get the hit by kill towards Malcolm. Does immediately go down, but there's the reply. Rella kicks into gear. Now down to a 1v1. Can Rella pull this off? 9 tickets left. The respawns are coming in. They are committing to this, but there's the B play. Kremer splits out early. There may be a response from Zam and Kreiser, but the time is not on their side. It will be a 2v1 unless they win this 2v2. And 6 tickets is not a lot to work with. Here they go into the breach once again as Kremer tries to find a position. 3 tickets left. He goes down. The move comes in. Maybe recruitment can do it in time. They have A. Can they claim B with the last couple of seconds left? 2 tickets is all they have. And they will just about cap out B, but the push does begin. 1v2 on the sites. 1 sticks with InFamous, and the respawns will come in. This game is going down to the wire, ladies and gents. Recruitment have all 5 players present. They have the 2-1 hold. They have a couple more seconds to ride out the storm. Can they walk away with even just a 2-ticket advantage on the half? 19 tickets left with InFamous. They're moving in. Tony does get the first, but there's a reply. Tofi and Lagza get the kills. Tony goes down there, making this work. Kreiser on the flank, gets caught up, gets picked up, gets put down, and they know that B may be a lost cause. This is the last-ditch effort. Zam and Tofi moving in towards C. If they're there fast enough, they might get this one, but it's down to a ticket once again, and this is going all the way, Alex.
Yep, 13 tickets. Not the easiest ticket threshold to overcome.
They get
They've
C
got
as well.
A and C, but look at A. You have to throw your attention to A. They're about to cap over A. It's about to be taken away from them. It's going to be Tony, the man behind the cap, and only Zam, the one man still standing. He's picked up 16 frags. Can he pick up any more? He does. Extends it to 17 before falling, and they brought it down from 20 tickets all the way down to just 9. They made that such an easier bite to chew. It's a lot less of an issue, I think. Once you start seeing 20, 30 tickets, that's when you realize we've got to really play differently. When you're looking at 9, that's a couple of respawns. That's something they can deal with, and I think a fantastic job from them in those last-ditch efforts, and a fantastic job from you, Lauren, for managing to talk about it that entire time.
Whew, I'm not sure how I did that. Not sure. No one knows, but still, 9 tickets. Not a great deal. This really could go all maps.
Oh, yeah, I think we're probably going to see a 5th map. I think...
Oh, save me.
Oh, yeah, I know. It may not be that easy for us, guys, but we cannot complain because this is quality awesome Battlefield.
Game, yeah.
In fact, you know, this is this is kind of a summary of how hard these guys have got to fight for it. These guys, they've got this far, but they've also had to play so much Battlefield. They're in the lower bracket. It basically means that they got knocked down to the lowers, got knocked out of them, and then managed to have enough points from the entire season. That's right, 4 cups prior to these group stages even starting to then be able to compete in the Go4 or Group D, but it's a little different than that. So the lower bracket, as I've been describing it, they've already played 3 or 4 games prior to this one, well, 3 games, and now here in game number 4, it's no easy feat.
It's not at all. These guys having to fight down to the tooth and nail of it all. 9 tickets being the difference on the first half, and your whole fate kind of lays in the hands of this half now. Recruitment can do it in this map, in this half. InFamous still need to take it to another map to reassure their victory. 38 seconds on the countdown. Use your money still on recruitment.
Yes, I want to see them take it. Admittedly, you know, they do have the advantage now. InFamous have to win this one. InFamous have to take this into the final map, and I think that's going to be playing on their mind. No, am I saying that wrong? Yes.
Yes, you are wrong.
Yes, I am wrong. Sorry. Yeah, so obviously InFamous are going to be trying their very best to wrap it up. That was what I was trying to say before my brain, you know, I'm running at like 50% capacity.
Honestly,
here, guys.
our brains are literally slush puppies, kind of like dribbling out our noses, literally right now.
It's just, you know, when you... the human body isn't designed to talk for 8 hours constantly.
Alrighty, guys, but it is game time, so this could be our final half in the final cup of the Battlefield 4 full season group stages. Let's get into this one. InFamous will be on the Chinese side. The US side will be recruitment, and can they do the impossible? Can they go from the lowest, work their way through, and pull it out in the final couple of moments? 9 tickets is the difference so far. Let's break it down this way. If the US team drop below 9... Hold on. Did they make a first kill? Yes, they did.
They've lost a player. Looks like recruitment have actually lost a man, but they are live. And that is going to be disastrous for them here. It's almost unbelievable that this is going to come down to something that has plagued this tournament from the get-go. B and C. You can see the tickets falling away from them. And InFamous, they're going to have a horrible taste in their mouth right now. This is going to be, if this is going to determine the winner from a disconnected player, then I can only say both. I think us here at ESL are going to be disappointed, but also it's just going to be so tough for the, not resistance, recruitment team.
They still have another map to give it a go on, but it's not exactly fun. So let's see what they can do. Let's not write it off just yet, but InFamous are up a good 20 tickets odd, and let's stick on board with the recruitment side. Lagza, Tofi, Kryza, and Zam remain. Excuse me. And they are stuck on C. That's pretty much all they have at present.
Malcolm's back.
Malcolm's back. Let's see if that changes. They're down a good 30-odd tickets. They can work it out, but this is going to be a hard game now for them.
See what they can do. They've kind of made it more difficult for themselves, but it is most certainly not over yet. 9 tickets in favor of InFamous as well. That slight lead may very well become a factor if our main men over at recruitment can do something to level this playing field. Right now, Malcolm is the man with the plan. He wants to try and clear his name after such an unfortunate disconnect earlier on. Going to be capping the flag in the safety of the hut, trying to land some hip fire, but he doesn't want to show himself. He doesn't want to risk it. Instead, opting for the cap. Smart play from him as he's going to be bobbing and weaving. But look at the hungry players for InFamous trying to stop it and just putting a spanner in the works. Kremer coming around with hoping to surprise, but it's not going to happen. The pip fire from Malcolm is there. He picks up the frag and picks up the flag as they start flying that one high for their team. B and C now under control. That's going to start leveling out the tickets, but it's going to be a slow and steady process, and I don't know if they have the time. InFamous do have the players behind them. Zuzu picking up frags he really shouldn't, as the unaware side of recruitment seem to be pretty unaware of his presence. Does finally go down though, and the beast flag is going to be going over to Rella. Unless he falls, he does. Zam with the CZ, just a little too quick on the trigger. And actually looks like the A site's going to be relinquished. Going to see a change of hands, a change of guard. And now, actually, to be fair, that is a very good setup right now for recruitment.
Yeah, it will do the job. I think that's the main thing for them. They just have to do the job. We'll have to see if this pays off for them. Lagza doing the damage from afar. Not going to happen now. A Neon squad wipe could cost them a hell of a lot. They have, however, equalized so much in the time they've had 5 back here. But can they keep it going? C is vulnerable. They don't have an easy route, however. That's the issue. This player right here, Benny, can make all the difference. Players now coming in towards C. The cross, not easy either, but Kryzer staying alive just about. Fire coming in from Zuzu, but none connecting, however, as we are now seeing the 2-1 going down. But still, will this be maintained? I think Kryzer's pretty much done and dusted, and B now under pressure by InFamous. 3 players moving in towards it, as recruitment don't have an answer. They have 1 site, not 2. And even that small lead they may have carved themselves in that first half is now truly out of the picture.
They're out of sight, but not out of mind. They know that they need to close this game off. B and A are still, or so they were, past tense. Nice play once again from Malcolm. Every time, every second he has spare, he's spent pushing on towards B, trying to close that one off. And you can see actually a big commitment, or it was a big commitment as it looks to be going down, but it was from recruitment to try and take control of this middle area. It's been leveled completely, no cover whatsoever, and it's costing them. Kryzer just using this slight little bit of wooden fence is all he can to obscure his position, from the enemy team, and so this is actually going to be a bit of an issue for them. A start going over to Tofi. They're going to go for this BA hold that worked for them not moments ago, and now Lagza trying to defend it, trying to keep the enemy team away from it, and InFamous, if anything, they are going to be trying to perhaps stack numbers against them. They can't, though. Spawns going in. It's a near squad wipe. In fact, I think it is. It's a squad wipe. That's going to cost them 5 tickets. But I feel like that slight advantage.
It's a trip cap. They're pushing it. They're coming back with a vengeance recruitment. They're not messing around. They're going to make this one hurt. They're going to get C. They have A. They have B. They know it's not a northern spawn. They need to focus now on this cross. They should already have players in position for B. They don't. Are they really trying to hold an AC setup? I'm not sold on that. This position by Zam is, however, very good. If he can make sure he doesn't get pushed from the backside and watch this flank, nicely done. However, Lagza will be integral on this B site. So pushing in, looking maybe for a couple of kills. He knows there's one here. He does go down. He's been found in the end as now Malcolm must kick into gear. He spread out another player, but this position, we saw it before, it is prime to lock out that B site, but they still have a chance here for the AC setup. Only one man in their way is Zuzu. He's been caught in the heels, gets tagged up, does finally go down, but in the meantime, look at this push through. Kremer and Benny leading the charge towards the north. The tickets got so close to even, and this spawn could be magical for the recruitment side. Can he make it towards B without being spotted? I think the answer is a no, as here comes the retraction from InFamous. They're going to come flooding back towards this. Malcolm gets the first, so Tofi follows up on towards Tony, and it's not over just yet. We are still in game here. We are still seeing these guys fight it out.
And this is a very huge turn of events for Tofi and the gang. Somehow, after playing with 4 players for about 4 or so minutes, they're managing to level this one out. I do not quite believe that this is going to go as far as it is already. We see Malcolm is starting to edge his way towards the C site. He's making it, they're making it very difficult for him to make his way towards B. You can see having to take the long route. Kryzer struggling. He's going to fall as well. Put to bed, and actually Zam going for that random respawn to take on to A. But I think as the 7th minute is reached, the C and B flags are going to start flying for InFamous. French team now just need to dig their heels in, play the defensive passive game, and Tony's a prime example of that. This is what we're expecting from InFamous now. Yeah,
InFamous are trying to just kind of ease out the ride, but it looks like once again, the recruitment side want to challenge it, but look at this defense. InFamous are ready to kind of push this one as far as it needs to go. Tony playing as you said he should, just keeping the angle, waiting to hear the players cross, and then peeking out and getting the kill once he knows he's safe. So he should be able to spot this player and take them away from B, but will he expect the 2? This could be a trip cap. If Tony pulls this off, this should be... Oh, no, he doesn't. He was so close to making that count. Benny is there, but on the back foot, it's Tofi. But with 40 tickets left, this is the difference between a map win and a 3rd map, well, a 5th map, should I say, in this series. InFamous still sitting on, well, around 50 tickets if you're taking their deficit, but overall it's a 2-1 hold. Recruitment are down to 32. They have a full squad here. They're going to be going back in for this one. They have B. They're trying their chances at C, but Tony is meeting them on every front, as is Zuzu. These guys are dragging their team into that final map. 28 tickets is not a lot left, but can really, once again, the recruitment side dig deep enough? That's the question here. We're waiting on those respawns, see what they get. But at present, it looks like this is going to be InFamous's moment to drag it forward, take it into the next map, and see if once again they can go that far, go the distance. And well, at the moment, Zam taking the long route. He's going to run those tickets down to the last one. Lagza and Kryzer looking over towards A. The push is going to begin. This could be it, Alex.
It could very well be. Only 15 tickets left. It's almost hard to believe we're going to be seeing a 5th map here. It's a grand final, and it's grand, no doubt. Benny, last man standing for InFamous. They're going to be forcing some tickets away from them, but I think they're a bit too far gone with only 10 remaining. In fact, they're going to have to slip beneath one more ticket or so with the 9 tickets from the first half. So it's all over. We're going into the next map. Any second now. I'm just waiting for that 9 to change to an 8.
Yeah.
They have a 60-second pillow. So there it's, they do currently have control of B. B is going to go away. You can see just one man holding on to his respawn. It's Malcolm. And he's just hitting Fronkey. He does go down, and the game does come to a close. It's going to be going into map number 5, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be... it's not going to be a quick sweep. We thought InFamous, they had the advantage. Obviously, don't forget, InFamous did come in with a 1-map advantage, courtesy of coming through the upper bracket. Didn't have to go down into the lowers, or the lowers of the lowers of the lower. So they are... it's been a really, really long journey for the teams and for, of course, all of us in the ESL studio. But it all comes down to this. We cannot highlight how important this is for both teams enough. Ex-eLevate, now known as Recruitment, obviously looking for a organization, and InFamous, a team, well, quite honestly, infamous for their play and hoping to extend that by getting into the offline stages. Benny wants it. I know his team wants it. And I think this is going to be a really huge game. And of all maps to be on, the Battlefield Classic, or Battlefield 4 Classic, I should say, it's Dawnbreaker. It's a little different. It strays from the norm a little bit. And Lauren, looking towards this one, where do you put your money? We've been putting money left, right, and centre. We've been putting them on both sides of this court, or both these teams. We're going in. This is crunch time. This is the one. This is the determining factor. What do we think?
I don't think I can think anymore. That's the problem. I think it's gone so far. My brain cannot fathom thinking, and we have had a disconnect as well. So hopefully he's back soon, and we'll get this one started. This is indeed the final map, as you said. I don't know. I still think that, if I'm honest, Recruitment deserve it, but not always a deserving team walks away with a win. So I don't know. You're right.
Yeah, sorry, just
no, it's cool. Look, it's a late night cast. It's done. You know, like but yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. I'm also kind of interested to see how comfortable my bed feels when I get back home, because it's just gonna be like a pass out. You know what I mean?
You know, part of me wishes I could work out a way to cast with my eyes closed.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Because it's just nice to rest them.
Yeah, it's like the burning stops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's these bright lights.
Yeah. If you don't know, guys, there are extraordinarily bright lights. Literally 1.1, 2, 3. There's not a fourth, so there's 3 there. And they're all at our faces. And it's very, very hard to keep your eyes open when you've got blazing
I'm not struggling
stuff.
at all. Nope,
No, you're good.
Yep, absolutely wide awake.
Oof. Please return, Fifth. Please no duties.
Yeah, just waiting on one player. Apparently he's joining now, so that's good news if you ask me. That means we're going to be getting underway as quickly as humanly possible for our final map. And huge love to CVT CNavC. It's a tough name, but God bless you, casters. So getting some love from him.
Thanks, buddy.
Really, yeah. Much love to you guys in chat for sticking with us. You've really gone nowhere. It's so nice to have that support from you guys.
Yeah,
and obviously that's not support necessarily for us. That's support for the...
I'd like to think it's us. So for now, for my mental state, I am going to think it's for us.
Yeah, well, they're also interested in seeing who is going to the offline stages.
They're here to support us.
And obviously, talking of the offline stages, guys, one last plug of coming to see us. ESL-one.com/battlefield is the web address you can visit if you want to purchase tickets to come. So I say purchase, they're absolutely free. It's free tickets. If you're anywhere near Cologne, it'd be great to for you to come down and see the offline stages played live here in the ESL studios. You can come see me, you can come see Lauren. There's free food, free drink, and of course, some fun Battlefield to watch. If you're enjoying this stream, of course, and you're anywhere near Cologne, do come and say hello. You can see the link beneath us here. Go check that out. And while we're plugging things, check out our social media. That's also available beneath us very, very shortly. But we are really, we're constantly tweeting out about both Battlefield and, of course, all the other games that we cover here at ESL. And that's worth checking out as well.
You running out of ideas?
Do we have a player?
We got a game.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so let's jump straight on into game, guys. 20-second countdown is underway for our final game of our final half. Sorry, our final half of our final game. No, it's not even the final half. It's just the final map. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, guys. Obviously, do not hold us to such a high regard as perhaps normal, as we are really clutching at straws for our final game. So, Lauren, break it down. We're into Dawnbreaker. We're looking at two teams who are so hungry for the offline finals, and whichever team, if I'm being completely honest, whichever team does not make it to the offline finals hasn't been robbed, but has worked so hard for so little.
Do you know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
InFamous just doing a BC hold, getting like 1,000 tickets, and it's just done. And I think that's what I'm going to get. Because look, Kremer's here again. He's going to be just chilling out, you know, just... There we go. Chilling out, forcing the other dudes to respawn like down here, and no one likes that. I think Malcolm may be aware of it, but you know, like it's pretty annoying to have to deal with that. So I think that's going to work out well. I think they'll get like a 30-40 ticket lead if they don't mess it up, and they should be happy with that. You know, I think that's a good idea. So anyway, getting down into business. Hey, Too Easy, how are you doing? We are seeing B being challenged, but Benny is going to be going in to maybe try and offset the odds. Oh, wow, he missed it. Benny, please hit the shot. There we go. Zam does go down for a second time of asking. And there we have it, actually. It's going to be Kremer pushing up, and they might have to change to a hold as well. Yep.
Only for going one ticket so far. The InFamous side doing fantastic work already. BC hold is one of the more ideal holds. Right now, Zam looking to change that, though, jumping straight onto the site, looking for a brawl, and nothing's going to come to him at the moment. See, InFamous looking a bit passive on the outside. Going to have to dive down quickly if they want to take this away from them. Rella looking to snap onto someone's head. Not going to happen just yet, though. B and A going to be changing into red colors for ex-eLevate. Now, hello, Zuzu. What's on the agenda for him? He gets heavily tagged, but he's not going to be fragged just yet, though. Is he going to push round? Slow and steady seems to be winning this race. As here we go, 3 players from InFamous are starting to make the push. Make it just 2 now. 1 falls down. Zuzu responding in force, though, and all falls to the shoulders of Zam for recruitment. Can they pick up the frag? Or, sorry, can he pick up the frag to maintain this site? In the meantime, nothing is occurring around that B flag. It's all hanging in the balance of these 2 assaulting players. InFamous not going to make a move there. That was a real mistake on their part. They gave them the time to respawn in, bolster their numbers, and now 3 players are going to be sat there defending the A flag. And Rella, he's just looking to join in as well.
Yeah, Rella, a dangerous player as well in these situations. Certainly can turn the tide. Not this time, though. He does go down. And, well, so far, the only real chance here for InFamous is the fact that Kremer did just control Catwalk. So at least he's got a little bit of a presence there. Zam does pick up the double, and Tofi takes down Kremer. So this is a dominating performance now coming out of the recruitment side. Zuzu pushing up, does spot one out, but I don't think he's in a position to make much of it, as we do see the swarm out of recruitment just kind of pushing forward. And I'm surprised InFamous haven't fallen back into the defensive player, whacking someone back there, and then focusing on just kind of dominating B, utilizing the catwalk as well, and maybe a little on towards the B side. But they've been kind of outgunned on this. B is now finally being pressured by InFamous, but not by a long margin. And look at these spawns, though. Malcolm is willing to take the long route around, just to ensure they get this C flag. So it's smart play. He's playing for the long run. He could always just tuck himself up in here and challenge maybe the B to C house.
Yeah, and it's so very important. Every ticket is a step closer to the offline stage. They want to, they can almost smell it and taste it. And we'll see if Malcolm's cap on towards C is going to be questioned. It doesn't look like it. I think he's only 1 player over, coming from behind, actually. Who is this? Looking to pick up the frag. He knows he's coming. Oh, Malcolm gets the frag. It was Tony. And Tony, that's a frag you cannot afford to fluff. Every ticket matters. And now the AC hold established for recruitment. Pretty good.
Yeah, indeed. Back spawn for Tony. It was just that random snapshot from Rella then. It was just like a little bit insane, but hey, didn't matter in the end because this looks like a trip cap maybe coming into place for the recruitment side. They are playing Pretty much hammer and nail for this. 113 to 88 at the moment. Tony is there still, and everyone trying to push back up towards B, but they're just not being able to add enough pressure on the site to really warrant that BC hold, which they do often fall back to. But as I said, if you're not able to actually lock down these sites well enough, it's just not going to pay out. I do, however, like this from InFamous, starting to utilize the street a bit more. Zuzu did get one on the exchange, but that's not really enough. But it did at least allow Rella to get further forward and maybe add some pressure on. So, to take stock of what we're seeing so far, B is a complete cluster of God knows what going down. It's changing hands every couple of minutes. We're only 4 minutes in. So outside of that, though, A and C have been pretty much well held between them, but overall I believe that Recruitment have a little bit more pressure on that B flag. As we're seeing currently, with Kryzer and Lags are coming in with a couple of kills. The crossfire just working in their favor, and generally InFamous just being wiped off the face of this map, leaving once again Tony all the way back by C.
Tony on the prowl. He's got to get his way towards that A side. I don't think he's going to pay too much attention towards B. He's well aware of the enemy presence around there. He's completely spot on for once, and he is actually going to be pushing right round, trying to pick up the frag. Oh, and the aim is not going to be there. Only one more bullet needs to be taken. Does get it. And now Tofi lying in wait. Ready. Doesn't want to make a mistake. You can see the M16 is a very different sight on it as well. Is he going to get the frag? Does so. That's the headshot from the M16. I think it's a 2-bullet kill with this weapon. And it's very, very easy to go down to the burst fire of the M16. And looking to test that is Rella. Looks like the AEK just a bit too strong at this kind of close quarter in scenario. And then 59 to 106. It looks like Recruitment. Oh, that is. I don't know where I've got resistance from. My brain is just. It's gone into overdrive. Yeah, it really has. Right. 57 to 105 though is the scoreline, and I mean Recruitment. If they can maintain this pace, this is fantastic form going into the last map. Yeah, this will secure them the win pretty much. If they end this with around a 90-ticket lead, if they walk away with that, obviously that's quite the stretch. But if they do, that's phenomenal. That's enough to win a game and a half. So we are almost seeing the fact that InFamous have maybe gifted this over a little too soon. Finally showing a little bit of a, well, bite to their bark on the previous map, but that was against 4 as well to an extent, so we'll have to see if they can convert here. It looks like maybe Recruitment are out to prove a point this time. Lagza does pick up the kill, but Tony sneaks in towards the corner. He doesn't, however, get the kill as Kryzer tries to dart away, but caught in the heels there by Zuzu, and allowing Rella now to push in. As you can see, the 1v1 coming down in favor to Recruitment once again. But all in all, still a very close game in the way it seems, but the tickets are staying in the hands of Recruitment. Yeah, and they were holding on to that AB hold for an unbelievable amount of time. I'm not entirely sure how Recruitment did it, but something in their play here on Dawnbreaker is managing to secure such a consistent 2-cap. I don't know what they've done, how they approach this so much, but all I can see is InFamous struggling, clutching at what little they've been left with. And right now, if they can leave these tickets anywhere near the 100 mark, this game is going to be seriously coming up for Recruitment. Oh, 110%. I cannot agree more on that one. Kryzer there does eventually find Zuzu. And look at this, another near-on squad wipe. And look at this, adding insult to injury. They're going for the trip cap. These guys are proving that, hey, this wasn't a fluke. We deserve to be in the spot. And they're keeping at that 99 tickets. If they lose out on one, that doesn't matter. They can work it back. They've had A and B the entire time. 11 tickets left. This has been a stellar performance from the Recruitment side, keeping their head up the entire way through, even when they dropped players before. I think this is going to maintain around a 90-ticket lead at bare minimum. As look at this, only 3 players left standing for InFamous. It looks like we will be seeing Recruitment picking up a strong lead on the first half here. 99 tickets in their favor. InFamous, you have got to be kicking yourselves. That is going to be a real issue for InFamous. Mindset's going to be on an all-time low. I know communication is going to be falling apart. They've played so much Battlefield to get here. This is on. We're on map 5. Is that right? So we're on map 5. That's 5 maps alone in just the final. And eLevate are watching. Well, it's not eLevate. Sorry, ex-eLevate are watching a team like InFamous just crumble underneath them. I don't feel like that was necessarily a standout performance to me from ex-eLevate Recruitment. They seem to just be pushing what they normally would, and InFamous starting to crumble, starting to show cracks. And I just think that they're looking a little shaky. They're looking perhaps that they can't pick up these frags. And what is happening right now? What has gone through the minds of ex-eLevate, or I keep wanting to say accelerate now. It's just changing all the time.
You're right, Alex.
Not really. No, not really.
Alex is not here anymore.
No.
Alex is out somewhere
I'm on
else.
autopilot.
And
But
I saw Code Cow in chat, so you got to point out he does Battlefield. He makes this stuff. So hey, buddy.
oh, hey, Code Cow, who makes this stuff.
Yeah, he makes it. Cool. Just you gotta. Don't give me the silence.
She's just
You've been chatting to Twitch chat the whole time. I shout out one guy who give me that look.
What look?
You just gave me the.
Dunno.
Shout outs in Twitch chat. Professional, Lauren. Gave me that look.
Did
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, D-Man's said hello as well, saying 7 hours strong casting. Yeah, man.
Strong casting is a very strong
We should
word.
just say 7 hours casting,
Yeah,
but we've done
let's
that
not
nonetheless. My voice has
specify.
become a bit more husky, hasn't it?
It
I've
has,
become
a
this
little bit.
this kind of seductive croak. That's what I'm going for
Seductive,
here.
strong word again. Maybe Finn's feeling it. I don't know. He doesn't look
Maybe.
like it. I think he's a little intrigued in something else on the screen. So, yeah. 48 seconds, and I think we might be getting underway into what is going to be our final half here. However, 99 ticket advantage over to the recruitment side. That is a massive amount to ever overcome for InFamous. If they do, it's going to be a miracle. Alex, your prediction may be coming true.
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen. I thought we were going to see recruitment take it, but I mean, in such a fashion on map number 5, I'm blown away. I love the fact that this team. Obviously, I don't know the story behind. Behind their organization loss. I don't know whether it was a lack of performance or something. But either way, no matter what, a team kind of a phoenix from the ashes. After kind of getting removed from an organization, just saying, oh, we're not out of it, and we're not down and out, we're into the offline stages. If they can take it now, they've got such a huge lead. Can they progress and just wrap it up, put a bow on it, and finish off this game with style? 99 tickets from the first half, guys. If InFamous fall beneath 99 tickets, this game is over. This entire group stage is over, and we have our final offline team going to the offline stages, sorry.
So, InFamous will be on that Chinese side, and that's the team you've got to watch their tickets. 99 is the threshold, and any extended 2-1 will be a huge problem. And Malcolm looks to make it worse, picking up the kill towards Zuzu, and my god, they go for the early trip cap. Tofi going straight in there, unbelievable stuff, gets the tag towards Tony, backs away, gets the respawn, and now Kremer trying to pick up the pieces, but they're falling apart in his hands. And at the end of the day, it looks like InFamous are gonna only walk away with one side. This is unreal.
Unbelievable. They have got the advantage, so maybe trying to wrap it up as quickly as possible. Just the C flag as a consolation prize to InFamous is already there, slipping faster and faster towards extinction. This is a huge time for InFamous to step up, bring whatever they have, draw on everything that they know about this game. They need to close it out now. They need to show what they've got, and they need to bring it fast. It doesn't look like they're doing it. Only losing 2 tickets already. Great performance already from the recruitment side of things. A and B, and just look at those tickets fall. Don't forget, 99 tickets from the first half. They're getting so close already, about 15 tickets or so. Lauren, this could very well be it.
This is going to be the final push. If InFamous want to make anything happen, it has to be right here, right now, with just, well, under 10 tickets, only maintaining on one side, only having C in their hands. You can see it. You can see how they're playing. I think they know this one is done and dusted, and can you believe it? It's going to be recruitment heading forward after the next couple of tickets fall. There's nothing they can do. Already players leaving. They know this is over. GG, well played. This is the performance we finally got to see from the recruitment side. A team who struggled early on, who've proven their worth to the bitter end. And as the last ticket falls, I cannot wait to see what this team can bring in those offline finals, which they will now be attending. Golf clap, is that the best you had for them?
That was absolutely a fantastic way for them to finish, a fantastic way for them to advance. These teams have been inseparable in both of their games. I mean, in InFamous, it was pretty hard for them to get through. Then you look at ex-eLevate, now known as Recruitment. They had to battle so hard to get to this place originally, and now 5 maps later, they emerge victorious in style, putting InFamous, a team who, you know, live in infamy in Battlefield scene, as one of those...
Oh. InFamous who live in infamy.
Oh, I did that without realizing. God, it's got
Terrible.
to that stage. But yeah, no, they are a team, and so They're a team. You've lost my trail of thought with your face. I was about to wrap it up.
Oh, please carry on. Should we recap today?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's break it down what
That
you
sound
have
good?
seen over 7 hours here at ESL TV. It's been a fantastic
10
evening
out of
of
10
Battlefield.
quality content. That's what they've seen.
They saw the best of 3 rock, paper, scissors. They've seen some Battlefield as well, but you can have a look at the brackets over on your screens now. And Lauren, why don't you walk us through a couple of the early stages, especially for ex-eLevate?
Yeah, eLevate had a bit of a tough game to begin with, actually losing out to InFamous in their initial game 2-1. So they picked up a map and then dropped down to the lowest. So they have literally from the very start had to fight against the odds. First game they met, again, once dropping down, was Team Dignitas, a previous, quarterfinalist, semi-finalist of all of these sort of events. They are a top quality team. And that's where they once again shone, only dropping a map, once again going through. So they have not only played, a best of 3 style. They have played every single map in every single game. They have worked their absolute socks off. A 2-1 win over Dignitas, a 2-1 win over My Revenge in the lowers, and then in the very finals, taking it to the very final map and proving their worth. No one can say they did not work hard for this because they were taken to the absolute maximum and won it out.
And I don't know about you, Lauren, but going into this, ex-eLevate, yes, I acknowledge them. Yes, I thought these are a team that deserve recognition. But after following their journey, after seeing them lose their organization, after seeing them go through 5 maps of Battlefield in just this final, that's just the final. After seeing that, after seeing the players, after watching individual players shine on different maps, I think I might just have a new favorite team. I think ex-eLevate, I know they're going to the offline stages. I'm going to shake every single one of their hands and say, you guys deserve to be here as much as anyone else. They've had to play so much more. They've had to play so much harder than some of the other teams. Obviously, Epsilon getting those, was it 2 2-0 sweeps? That's the one that stands out to me. So they played 4, so they played less games than just the final we just watched to get to the same position. That is exactly how it works. That's how this Go4 lower, last chance saloon group works. But they did it. They've got there, and that cannot be taken away from them. It's been a fantastic evening.
It certainly has been. And let's just summarize who will be joining us now in those offline finals, because that's the important factor. It's not obviously just about the ex-eLevate side. It's who else. Obviously, in the Go4 qualification route, which is the final cup we had today, that's where they came through. That was their chance. But prior to that, we had 3 standard group stages where 2 teams qualified. And in Group A, we had Epsilon Esports and Planet Key Dynamics, 2 familiar faces to us, making it through. Congratulations, obviously, to Planet Key, a team that doesn't always do so, but it's nice to see them securing it this time around. In Group B, we had Meet Your Makers and SK Gaming. Obviously, SK Gaming picking up a brand new sponsor and proving they're certainly worthy of that title. And Meet Your Makers, another strong favorite who made it to the finals in the last season. And there's Group C, obviously.
Yeah, EC Fnatic, of course, the defending champions, getting through, looking to maybe put their past beside them, or behind them from the first online cups where they were maybe perhaps struggling to post results. And MHSV, a team who have really kind of showed up again alongside Fnatic as a team to beat. So both, all teams there, recognizably very strong. And we'll be seeing them in the offline stages as well. Talking of offline stages, Lauren, you guys can come see it. You guys can come watch it as well. If you're anywhere near Cologne, do come and see us. And come see the games, get to meet the players. Maybe join me in shaking ex-eLevate, now known as Recruitment's, hands and saying, you guys deserve it. Nice to see you. But also, huge commiserations to InFamous. We haven't said it yet. It's worth saying just before we wrap up.
Yep.
Those guys, they got there. They got straight to the final and just stumbled at the final hurdle. So that is not an easy pill to swallow, and so commiserations to you guys as well.
So, if you have enjoyed the content today and you have got yourself a ticket already, make sure you follow the Twitch chat, obviously the Twitch channel, with that follow button down below. And also, in 16 days, 10 hours, 21 minutes, and 41 seconds, that's when the finals will be taking place. So make sure you tune back in then. Hopefully we'll be there. Yeah, that's the plan. So from all of us here at the ESL TV, not just us here, but the man behind the camera and all of the admins as well. It's been a really, really fun game, fun evening, of Battlefield. And from me, Lauren, and everyone else, we hope to see you soon. Bye.